This is really impromptu, but come and spend the day with me as I tell you guys what's been really going on in the business and what changes are happening in my life moving forward. First stop of the day, I'm going to the post office to just go and return this. I got this as a birthday present, which my friends kindly got for me. It's an Apple Watch. My last one broke actually whilst I was playing paddle, which was quite sad. And this one that they ordered, it was a 40 mil, so they accidentally ordered the wrong one. So I just need to return it and then they're gonna get me a 44 mil, and hopefully I can get that just in time before I go away again at the end of the year. All right, so package delivered, and now has really been going on last few months and why I've been taking a break. Now, firstly, I have been traveling quite a bit. So back in July, it was my brother's wedding, which was amazing. I'll put some few clips there. Then after his wedding, I went to Ghana to work on a project that I'll talk more on later, which is really cool and really exciting. And then after Ghana, I came back and then I went to LA for another holiday, which was also, I think LA was one of my best trips in a very, very long time. Like, just America in itself, everyone's very, very friendly, but I still don't think they're fully a first world country. There's just some things that they're just so behind on, even little things like contactless. They don't take contactless everywhere, and the whole banking system, it's just a bit outdated. But nevertheless, LA in itself was crazy, and we actually were lucky enough to go on some open days. What do they call it? Do they call it open days? What do they call open houses? That's the one. And we actually got the opportunity to look at some really cool houses. And what I love about LA is the fact that it's like a city, but with trees and a lot of nature. Like, it's like a city. It's not just, you know, when you go to some places and it's just like a big concrete jungle. LA was just not like that. It was beautiful. We went on hikes. We went on a few hikes. The weather's just amazing. Food, yes, I stuffed my face in during that period. Our hotel was just, LA was amazing. I want to put some few clips up about LA as well. Now, during that whole time and this whole year, it's allowed me to reflect a lot on the business, figuring out what I like about the business and what I don't like about the business, and things that I want to focus on moving forward. Now, throughout the whole year, one of my biggest things that's been laying on my heart, would say, is the actual business model in terms of the impact it's making in the world. I just feel like I can be doing a lot more I just feel like I can just be doing a lot more. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I'm not making enough impact in the world with what I'm doing within property, and it's just figuring out how to make it feel a bit more fulfilling. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. It's not as fulfilling as it was before, which is number one. And number two is, I think I like property, but it's just way too slow for me. Again, there's so many variables that are out of your control that really dictate how your emotions and how your month is going to be like, which I don't like at all. Especially when during my travels, I'm still dealing with deals, going through the stress of deals and things falling out, and you're constantly chucking money at things, waiting for the return, and it's just so much headache and managing all these different stakeholders. But nevertheless, property definitely has changed my life for the better, and I'll be forever grateful for what property has done for me. So it's just now moving forward, thinking about ways I can be more fulfilled with what I'm doing, whether that be within property or outside property. And another thing that I realized probably middle of the year is that during the day I don't actually do as much as I thought I was doing, especially having been stepping out of the business, and it's enabled me to systemize a lot of things, put a lot of things in places, build up a list of trusted stakeholders and tradesmen that I work with. It's allowed me to be able to go on holiday or travel out for long periods of time and things still running smoothly. That has allowed me to realize that what am I actually doing on a day-to-day basis? I don't do much. And I guess that's where the lack of fulfillment also comes from, is the fact that I do have the freedom to wake up and do what I want to do. But as someone that's still quite young and early on my journey, do I want all that freedom? I don't think I do. I want to be working. I want to feel like I'm driving, I'm striving towards something, I'm trying to make something work. And having this much freedom, as cool as it sounds, it's not that great. And whenever you want to do something, everyone's working. So that's also been a big thing of what am I going to be doing with my time and my freedom that I've gotten and I've been able to create for myself. And hence why I probably don't feel as fulfilled, because there's nothing to do apart from travel, which I love traveling, but all the countries they're not going anywhere. Like I'm not in no rush to travel so many countries in just such a short period of time. So I'm thinking of stepping back into the corporate world as well, to develop new skills and be around more stimulating people. I think I miss that. I miss the structure of meeting new people, very ambitious people, hardworking people, and being in an environment where we're all striving towards one thing. Because one thing about property is you work with so many different people, but not everyone's on the same team, because everyone's got their best interests at heart and no one cares about your project as much as you do. Everyone's just trying to get paid, and regardless of what happens, everyone still expects to get paid, whether your deal goes to shit or if it doesn't. Like, everyone's still expected to get paid. Now that feeling in itself is very, very annoying, because you get people that will demand things even though they haven't done it to the standard that you wanted or you agreed, or in the time frame that you wanted. And that is a dig at all the solicitors out there, because things are always being delayed and it's always costing us as developers time and money, which is super stressful, and yeah, it's not good for anyone. So yeah, those are thoughts that have been running through my head for quite some time, but I am grateful. It's literally, what time is it? It's 12, what time is it actually? 11:41, and yeah, I'm just going through a walk. What I'm doing today is just posted that. Now I'm gonna go meet one of my mentees, Zach, who I'm working closely with on his latest project. And these are things that I do love doing, because it makes me feel like I'm making a really good impact in the world. It makes me feel fulfilled that I'm going to be able to help him on his journey, and seeing the results of his hard work, and seeing his idea, or our idea, come into fruition. So I'm going to introduce you guys to Zach in a second. He's come to pick me up. He's an impressive kid. I'm going to introduce you guys to him. He is super, super impressive. He's only 21 years old, but you will see why I say he's super impressive. So he should be here. He's picking me up at 12 o'clock, and then we're going to a couple of viewings. So I'll bring you guys along. It's been a minute since I've been on a viewing, to be honest.
Rain, there's no sunny clothes, to everything and nothing. Bit past the honeymoon of bluffing, where the wooden spoon is only cupping. Short of the discussion, but the roots can't maneuver out of nothing. I've been suffering.
Straight to the point.
It's very, very straight
Very
to the
direct,
point.
yeah.
And
Do you know what it is? I found you through a podcast by this guy called Kazi.
oh yes.
That's how I first heard. I had it on when I was working one time in the background,
Yeah.
and that's how I kind of learned about what you've done in the 1 to 2 beds, raising capital, all these sort of things, and I thought, okay, that's interesting. That's a good way to utilize. Because I had a remortgage that was going to come through.
Yeah.
That's why I thought, okay, cool. I need someone who knows. Obviously, it's better I'm getting mentors because long term it's a good investment. I thought.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're paying for someone else's knowledge, right? So
exactly. And then you don't have to make the same mistakes I did.
that's it.
And yeah, it was a very quick, brief conversation, but there was just something about this kid. I was like, this kid just sounds on it, man. I'm gonna work with him. And I don't work with many people one-to-one, but there was just something about, like, you know, your attitude, the way you just dealt with the situation and took action very quickly. I was like, nah, I like this guy. And then I think when we was having the first conversation, and a question I like to ask people is like who are you, and like where do you see your life in the next 5 years? Just asking them about their goals so that we can reverse engineer it back into like what we need to do today. Now I think what first props my ears up is when we were like, okay, so Zach, how much does it cost to be you? And then we said how much it costs, and I said, what do you spend that on? You were like, my car. I was like, your car? I was like, and then that's when I started saying, who is this boy? I was like, who is this kid?
Yeah, but I don't spend much though.
I know you don't,
really
spend,
don't
much.
spend much.
I know you don't spend much, but then
I'm not spending. That's why. Like, regardless of whatever car it is, it will still be a main expense for me because I'll literally go out, shop for food, and run my car. That's all I'll spend really.
Yes, but I think the main thing for me was you're 21, and having this capital around you and what you've been able to achieve, I just found so amazing. So like, just give them a brief overview. Obviously, you don't have to go in too much detail.
Of course.
What you've been doing to be able to like be in this position today.
Sure. Yes. So basically, when I was 16, I basically began reselling.
Yeah.
And some vintage, some streetwear, and over time that kind of turned more into distribution and wholesale.
Yeah.
And I built a really good network of people who are resellers around the UK who purchase and buy stock, and through that I was able to generate enough money to buy my first property last year, which then obviously I refinanced out, and then I've now come to this point where I'm like, cool, I want to take this further. In a sense. Yeah.
And then now you're in this position now, which is sick. It's mad because I thought I was doing sick when I was reselling, but then there's levels to this. There's actually
it's about contacts. Like there's certain clients that I would suddenly get in contact with. I met even through eBay, who would suddenly bring 30 orders a day, and obviously if I'm making £20 per, you know, it's just small things like that add up. But obviously, as I've grown older, I've sort of, my aspirations have grown, and I've realised that I want to allocate my time in better ways.
Yeah, no, sick. It's so cool. I used to love reselling. I used to love reselling. Was my biggest side hustle. Yeah.
Swear down.
Yeah.
What would you resell?
So I could take you back.
You're 27, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm 27 now. So.
Unk.
Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm now getting unk status at 27.
I think it's unk status is 27 plus.
That is mad.
Am I not right?
That is mad. That is mad. To be fair, I think I'm embracing getting older because, again, like, time waits for no one, and I can't be scared. I can't just be scared every day. I have been scared. Being 27, I was only 27. I only turned 27 like 2 months ago. That was a big, like, wow moment.
It is a big milestone.
It is a big milestone. I'm grateful I'm healthy and all that stuff. But yeah, maybe I am approaching unk status.
I'm sure when I'm 27 as well, I'll be thinking, nah, it's not unk, it's not unk. You know, it's them ones when you get older, you think you're still the same.
Because for me, I always say life begins at 30. Like, I've always had this thing of 20s are for grinding, like setting yourself up. By the time you reach 30, that's when you'll be like, okay, who was really working hard in their 20s? Like, who was actually doing something? Because it's easy to look like you're making money in your 20s because you have no dependents, you have no bills to pay. A lot of people still live at home. Like, no one's relying on you. But when you turn 30, that's when you start having a wife, kids. So many people relying on you. How much disposable income do you actually have to flex?
Exactly.
I think it's more impressive if you can flex in your 30s.
But you know, I see a lot of guys. They'll get married and suddenly they'll lose. It's a good thing to get married young. It is. But in terms of like, it depends what your priorities are. Like financially, I feel like a lot of people do it and then suddenly they lose a certain drive, or they lose a lot of free time as well, because you've got to look after your kids, your wife.
Yeah, that will naturally happen, but I think that doesn't happen out of, like, I don't think they not enjoy doing that. I think they want to do that, but it's just having the financial stability to be able to do that is another thing, I think, which is really important. Because I know as soon as I turn 29, my priorities is just going to be my wife and my kids. Do you get what I mean?
Have you got a girlfriend?
Yeah, I've got a girlfriend.
Okay.
So it's more so a thing of, by the time I'm 29, I know I'll be in the financial position to take time out and focus on building my family. If I wanted to just take time out,
Yes.
do you get what I mean? It's just what you do in your 20s.
There's 5 to the windows
Yeah.
and then 3.86 of course.
Okay.
Just under 20.
Okay.
minimum.
Yeah. But for what you're trying to do in terms of keeping it, this is fine. Then, oh, this is a big room. You got a massive room here. This room feels bigger. Wait, check on paper how big this room is meant to be.
4.82 by 3.65.
I think it's supposed to the shape, isn't it? 4.82 by what?
3.65.
That's 17.5.
3.65.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the total size. But because of the shape, if anything, right? Is this a? Oh, this is a solid wall.
So you can't change that one.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking you could probably take space from this wall. Remember when I was talking about like you can take some space and create that little opening. You know, you can create like a little opening here,
Yeah.
and then you'd have your kitchen.
Make a false wall.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because this is a really big bedroom. I didn't realize how big this bedroom is going
It's
to be.
huge, bro.
It's huge. But what's going on here with this up there?
Is this damp?
Here, just staining. It doesn't look like damp. You'd smell damp as well.
Yeah, quite like the room's not square. Like it's I can tell it's not meant to be in 10 flats. It's designed as a house because it's like all these sort of.
No, this is probably just a chimney breast, an old chimney breast that goes straight up to the top, so it follows through.
Where's the fireplace?
Probably might be one on the top floor.
Okay.
But what's interesting is that the floor's concrete. Concrete flooring can sometimes be a issue because they'd have to chase into the flooring.
How much of an issue is that?
Not a big issue because you're just going out here. Because I'm just thinking about your waste. Oh, you've got a garden.
Yeah, could you open up into a garden or not? To the kitchen?
You could.
That could be a nice open plan.
You could. You'd have to get planning. But I don't see. It depends. Because you could just keep this as your. You can have this as your open plan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because it is quite a dark room as well.
Yeah.
Because there's quite a small window.
Yeah. If we go outside, I'm sure we'll get inspiration from the neighbours. See what the neighbours did. It is quite. How big is it on paper? I like to just go with what it says on paper because you know what, right? When you take everything out, stuff always feels bigger.
3.22
Yeah.
by 2.57.
3 point. Oops, let me clear this. 3.22 by what?
By 2.57.
I'm no influencer, but look what I found in TK Maxx. This is exactly what I've been looking for. For those that the gymmers, and the people that play a lot of sport. I can't be wearing my Calvin Kleins to play sport. It's just not doing me any justice. So I finally found something that's like elasticy material. These New Balance things, and it's only £20. I'm in TK Maxx in Brixton. I'm putting you guys onto something. And this avocado oil that I got here. I'm really putting you guys onto something. I'm no influencer, you don't have to listen to me, but I think I'm onto something. So we just finished the viewing and now we're in Battersea Power Station. I picked up a couple things from TK Maxx in Brixton and... Pardon? I actually don't know. To be fair, I'm actually coming here to pick up a couple bits. Africa, because I'm going to South Africa.
Everybody knows you're some goody goody. That screw face at that rocker where he just ain't working. Sorry, brethren, I'm Buzz Lightyear and you come like we now. Look at my man bigging up his chest. Come like man trying to grow some rest.
You're a real gentleman.
Yeah, I know, thank you. I just wanted people to know that I'm a real gentleman.
You can tell from that.
I'm a real gentleman. So we've ended up in, where are we? Solace. And it's like an Mexican-American place. No luck. Wasn't able to get anything for South Africa. But it is what it is. I think I'm going to have to order some of the stuff online. So we're going to try this food out and see what it's saying. I made an excellent choice with mine. This is a steak burger, and then Zach got. This doesn't look too great. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't look too great. But this looks so good. So I'll let you know with a house lemonade. Only £18 as well for both of this. So I'll let you know what it tastes like. So we've just left that place now. The place is called Solace. For those of you that are wondering. Zach, what are you rating your food?
I recommend it. 8.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine's gonna get a solid 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. It was
Go for the steak. Don't get the chicken.
Yeah, go for the steak, which was really, really good. So wrapping up now. Probably should we just head home now? Yeah, gonna head home now. Oh, we are gonna catch rush hour. It's 4 o'clock. We was in there for quite some time, to be fair, just catching up. Because it's crazy. It feels like I've known you for a long time.
Maybe because we had a phone for a while ago.
Yeah. Well, this is actually our first time meeting each other, and it's been a good day. It's been a really good day. Back at home now. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog of a day in the life of a 27-year-old with all the time in the world. And hopefully you guys got to get a sense of how I've been feeling, what's been going through my mind, and what sort of changes will be happening. Well, I didn't really talk about the changes, but I've got a video coming up that I'm actually editing now that will explain to you guys what other things that I'm looking at and what other things that I'm looking to take up my time and make more of an impact. But really excited for Zach's journey. Really good day. Great guy, man. Only 21 years old, and speaking to him just inspires me. So yeah, I'm fired up to see his results. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure he'll be setting up. We spoke about him documenting his journey. He's very low key. However, he's going to get outside his comfort zone to document what he's got going on. But I guarantee you that guy's going to be a massive success. Even the way he operates, how organized he is with our sessions and the questions, super proactive. I'm sure we're going to see big things from him. So remember, if you want to see more vlogs, more things going on, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.